All right, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Pray you're all doing well. Today we're doing a lesson on the commandment of fringes. Yeah, this is a good lesson, I think, because there's a lot of questions for those who know about fringes, should we wear them or not, and it could be also something that you might not know about. Here's an example of a t-shirt with fringes at the bottom here, but we're going to go through that now to understand this commandment. So Yah commanded us to wear fringes. So Numbers 15 and 38 says, "Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribband of blue." So going into this scripture, we can see that we've been commanded to wear these fringes on our garments. You can see that it says throughout their generations. So this means that it's not something that we're meant to do, or that was meant to be temporary. It's something that was meant to go through our generations, so continuing up until now. So we can see here I've put the lexicons box. So this is from Blue Letter Bible, and the Strong's number is H6616. So this is basically giving us an idea, or telling us where all the different times we see this word in the Bible. So if we go through this now, the Hebrew word for it is potil or pothil, and we see 11 times in the Bible. So it's lace 4 times, bracelet twice, wire once, ribband once, bound once, and thread once, and line once. So this is just so that we know that how many times and when it's been used and how it's been used throughout the Bible. So this word you see here, ribband, is the word that is used. So if we go to the next scripture, Exodus chapter 39, verse 21. "And they did bind the breastplate by his rings onto the rings of the ephod with a lace of blue, that it might be above the curious girdle of the ephod, and that the breastplate might not be loosed from the ephod, as the Lord commanded Moses." So here we can see again that the word lace with that Strong's number is the same word as ribband used before. So this, can confirm that these fringes is what was used upon their clothing. It was something that, it wasn't just a one-off thing. It's something that we've been commanded to do, and it's something that has to be a part of what we wear. So yeah, so patil, which is the Hebrew word, is the same as these two words here. So instructions on how to wear fringes. So we need to understand also how to wear them if we want to wear it correctly. So Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 12 says, "Thou shalt make thee fringes upon the 4 quarters of thy vesture, wherewith thou coverest thyself." So we've been commanded here to wear them on the 4 corners of our clothes, basically. That's how they're meant to be correctly worn. And Leviticus chapter 22 verse 31 says, "Therefore shall ye keep my commandments and do them. I am the Lord." So this is not meant to be something that we believe we can wear if we want to or not, or when we want to or not. It's something that we've been commanded to do. And John chapter 14:15 says, "If you love me, do my commandments." So we are commanded to do this. It's something that shows that we are part of the Lord's people. So this slide is, we should not be ashamed to wear fringes. So Numbers chapter 15 verses 39 to 40. "And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring." So we're not supposed to feel ashamed to wear fringes. We've been chosen by the Lord. It's, even if anything, is meant to be, meant to feel good about it, that we are chosen. So it shouldn't be something that we should be afraid to wear. It is something that people don't see every day, so you might get looks, but at the end of the day, what's more important, your salvation or what man thinks of you? So it's more important to follow what we've been commanded to do. And if we go through this scripture here, the reason we've been told to wear it as you can see here, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord. So you might be thinking that this is such a basic thing. Why would fringes? Why would I need that to remember the commandments? But let's not forget that during these times, they had prophets where the Most High was sending them to Israel to help them, to keep them strong. But we still had them celebrating pagan holidays, following idols. So although it seems easy to just do the right thing and follow the commandments, we can still see throughout the Bible that our people they still fought. And no one's perfect, so we still need to be able to be reminded, and it can be something that motivates you to want to do well and to follow the commandments. So verse 40 says that ye may remember and do all my commandments and be holy unto your God. So yeah, just like I explained there, the whole point is for us to be holy. And Shabbat Shalom, Scriptures 101. Pray you're doing well. So let's continue. And don't forget to subscribe, send this to someone who, if you know about Fringes or if you're interested in sharing this, with other people, don't forget to share it. It's important that we try to get the word out. So next scripture we'll be going over is Psalms 119, verse 6. Then shall I not be ashamed when I have respect unto all thy commandments. So when you do the right thing, you don't really care if how it makes you look. If you know you're doing the right thing and you know that you're following the commandments, it doesn't matter what other people are saying. We should respect the commandments. There's no need to be ashamed for it. And if anything, like I said, it's a good thing that we've been chosen by the Lord. First Peter chapter 2, verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, an holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of the darkness into his marvelous light. Now look at that. We've been called a chosen generation, a royal people, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people. These are all, like, you can see them all as terms of endearment. We have been chosen by the Lord, and we should be happy about this. This is something that we should, you know, put in our minds to understand that as we are chosen, we have to lead by example. So next slide is Yeshua has healed with his fringes. It's meant to be Yahusha. Apologies for that. So although this image has no fringes here, we will learn about this story in a bit. I'll read those scriptures for us to learn, but we know that Yahusha has healed with his fringes. So if we go to Mark chapter 6, verse 56, and whatsoever he entered into villages or cities or country, they laid the sick in the streets and besought him that they might touch it were but the border of his garment, and as many as touched him were made whole. So he's basically saying, people were seeking out to touch the fringes because they knew that it was able to make them to be able to be healed again. So Luke chapter 8, verse 44. So this is the story, if you want to hear a bit more about this story in the Bible, if you go to this scripture, you'll be able to read a bit more about it. But at this time, this is when someone was healed just by touching the border of Yahusha's garments. So Luke 8 and 44 reads, came behind him and touched the border of his garment, and immediately her issue of blood starched. So immediately after touching the garment, the fringes, she was healed. So the Son of Righteousness. So Malachi 4 and 2, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. So this here is prophecy. This is from the Old Testament, as you all may know, and This is a prophecy saying that the Son of Righteousness shall arise and heal with his wings. So let's understand what this means. So if we go to the Strong's number H3671, which you can see is the word for wings, and we can see here that the word wing is also used for the word border. So it's used 74 times for the word wing, but it's also twice used for borders. And if we go to the biblical usage, it's being used as wing, extremity, edge, winged, border, corner, or shirt. So if we go back to Malachi 4 and 2, it says here, healing with his wings. So let's continue to understand this. So as I mentioned in Luke 8 and 44, came behind him and touched the border of his garment, and immediately her issue of blood stanched. So the Bible prophesied that the Lord will come and heal with his wings, and the same word we see for wings is the same as the border of his garment. So this shows that these fringes were able to heal and was something that was known to come as it was prophesied. And we can see in Numbers 15:38, as I've read previously, the word borders here is the same as the word wings. So like I've just said, we can see that these words, these are the same things. These are the fringes. So Yahusha, the light of the world. So John chapter 8 verse 12. Then spake Jesus again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. So following Jesus, following Yahusha, we won't be walking in darkness. We'll be in the light of life. We'll be doing the right thing. We'll be shining our light to the world, and that's what we want to do. And I've shown here a picture which shows examples of fringes, how you can wear them. So here we have the first type where we see the fringes must have a blue ribbon, which is this blue you see going around, just as it says in Numbers 15:38. And then the fringes after that can be of any color. So as you can see here, some of a yellow, goldish type of color. And on the right, we have another type of fringes, because if you're not able to sew them, if you don't have a sewing machine, for example, you're not able to sew them on all your clothes. This is another way which is permitted in the Bible. So these are another variation of the fringes. And ribband, as we saw, meaning also thread and lace. So this can be used around the border to wear the fringes. And as long as you have the blue, which you can see here, on the border, then these are also used as fringes. You may see a lot of scriptures, people trying to say that in the new covenant we don't need to wear fringes, but we've done lessons over the past few Sabbath lessons on the new covenant and what exactly changes. So if you would like to go through those those lessons as well, which will be very beneficial, you could learn more about that. But I invite you to look this up for yourself even more. There are many more scriptures going through this. Yeah, that was it. Just a short one today, just to have an understanding on this. So I pray it was edifying for you, and yeah, bless everyone and have a good rest of your Shabbat. Yeah, bless.